Good morning children, I am Poonam Bagga and we are studying chapter 3 Understanding Quadrilaterals. In our previous class we had completed exercise 3.1. Today we will be discussing about the exterior angles of a polygon and then taking up exercise 3.2. So what are exterior angles of a polygon? We have one polygon with us. It is a pentagon with 5 sides. First let us name it. Let its name be A, B, C, D and E. Now, how do we get the exterior angles of a polygon? When we produce or extend each side of a polygon in one same direction, then the angles that are formed are called the exterior angles of a polygon. Let us draw them. This is the side AB of this polygon. Let us extend it in this direction, then we produce this side in this direction, then this one, then we have this side and then we will produce this side. So, we have extended each side of this pentagon. Now, the angles, these one, this is angle 1, this angle 2, this angle 3, this angle 4 and this angle 5. These are the angles formed outside the polygon and therefore they are called the exterior angles of a polygon. Now the question arises that what is the sum of these exterior angles? Let us start moving along this pentagon. We start from this point A. Okay, this is suppose your point A, and first we move in the direction of AB and reach point B. So, we are moving in this direction. Okay. Then after reaching point B, we will take a turn through this angle 1 and turn towards C. So, what we are doing? We are taking a turn equal to angle 1. Then we reach point C. Again at reaching C, we take a turn and move towards D. We take a turn through an angle 2. So, we are taking up one turn in this direction through an angle 2. Now, on reaching D, again we turn through an angle 3 and move in this direction towards E. So, again we are taking a turn equal to angle 3. After reaching E, again we take a turn through angle 4 and move towards point A. So, again we are moving towards point A and taking a turn through an angle 4, and then to reach the original position we again take a turn through angle 5 and turn in this direction. So, again an angle 5 is being turned along. This is your point A which has merged inside. Okay. So, this is your angle 5. So, what do you see here? On taking one complete round of this pentagon, we have turned many a times, and in fact the total turn that we have taken is nothing but one complete angle, one complete round, and it is equal to 360 degree. The measure of one complete angle is 360 degree. So, from this we can conclude that the sum of all the exterior angles of a polygon is 360 degree. Isn't it interesting? It is irrespective of the number of sides of a polygon, whether the sides are 3 or 4 or 5 or any number of sides. The sum of the exterior angles of a polygon will be 360 degree always. Clear to you? In our last class also we had done some questions. Question number 7 in 3.1. These were the two figures. In them we were asked to find the sum of x plus x, y and z, and we got the answer to be 360 degree. Here x, y and z are the exterior angles and we got it to be 360 degree, their sum. In this figure also x, y and z and w, they are the exterior angles and again their sum came out to be 360 degree. So, what we are finding? That the sum of the measures of the exterior angles of a polygon is 360 degree, irrespective of the number of sides. Now we reach to two major formulas in this chapter. The first one is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a polygon of n sides is n minus 2 into 180 degree. We discussed it in our previous class. To find the sum of interior angles, we just subtract 2 from the number of sides n and then multiply by 180 degree. And now we are coming to the new formula, which is sum of the measures of the exterior angles. Exterior angles, remember, this was the sum of interior angles, this is the sum of exterior angles, which is equal to 360 degree. Clearly, whenever we have a figure, then these are the interior angles, and on producing the sides in one direction, these are the exterior angles. I hope you can easily find the difference between the two types of angles, interior angles and the exterior angles. Okay, interior angles are formed inside the polygon and exterior angles are formed outside the polygon. Now from these two formulas, we have a chain of few other formulas, which is this one. For any regular polygon of n sides, measure of each interior angle is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree upon n. Now we know that in a polygon, regular polygon, here we are taking a regular polygon in which all the sides and all the angles will be equal. In the case of a regular polygon, each interior angle will be equal to the sum of the interior angles, which was n minus 2 into 180 degree, upon n. When we will divide it by the number of sides, we will get the value of one single interior angle. Clear to you? Then we have measure of each exterior angle. Each means one exterior angle in case of a regular polygon. We know that the number of exterior angles will be equal to the number of sides in a polygon, and to find one single exterior angle, we will have to divide this 360 degree up by the number of sides n, because their sum is equal to 360 degree. We just learnt it just now. Clear to you? So for one angle, we will divide the sum by n, and then if we take interchange these two figures, we take n to the LHS and measure of each exterior angle to the RHS in the denominator, we get this formula for number of sides n equal to 360 degree upon measure of each exterior angle. We have just interchanged, this n has come upwards in the LHS and this measure of each exterior angle has gone downwards in the RHS. That is all in this. Then we have a few examples on the basis of exterior angles. We have this figure, and here you can clearly see that all the 4 angles that are given, 3 are given and 1 has been asked. All the 4 angles are exterior angles in this figure, x, 90 degree, 50 degree and 110 degree. All of them are exterior angles. So we will use that formula which says that sum of all the exterior angles of a polygon is equal to 360 degree. Now we have the angles 90 degree plus 50 degree plus 110 degree plus x equal to 360 degree. Clear? Now we will add these 3 angles and then send them to the RHS. Let us add 9 plus 5, it is 140, 140 and 110, it is 250 degrees plus x is equal to 360 degree. This will give us x equal to 360 degree minus 250 degrees. We are transposing this 250 to the RHS, it will become minus 250. This gives us x equal to 110 degree. So, this fourth exterior angle is equal to 110 degree. Is it okay? Then we have another example. Find the number of sides of a regular polygon whose each exterior angle has a measure of 45 degrees. So, here we have been given measure of each exterior angle, which is 45 degree, and we have to find the number of sides. So, first of all, whatever has been asked, we will take it to be a variable and it will be n. Number of sides, let us take it to be n. So, we write it, let the number of sides of the polygon be n. Okay. What has been given? Measure of each exterior angle. So, let us write its formula. Measure of each exterior angle is equal to, we have just learnt it, measure of each exterior angle is equal to 360 degree upon n. So, we will apply it here, 360 degree upon n. Also, you can understand it in the way that the sum of all the exterior angles is 360 degree, and to find one single angle we will have to divide it by the number of sides, and this has been given, this exterior angle has been given equal to 45 degrees. So, they both will be equal, 360 degree upon n equal to 45 degree. Now, we have to find the number of sides. So, we can easily interchange this, n will go in the RHS and this 45 degree will come in the LHS in denominator. This gives us 360 degree upon 45 degree equal to n. Now, we can cancel the two numbers because they both are multiples of 5. So, let us divide by 5. This will give us 5 sevens are 35 and 1 0, 5 twos are 10, 72 upon 5 nines are 45, and clearly this is equal to 8, 9 eights are 72. So, the number of sides is equal to 8. So, we can write the number of sides is equal to 8. Clear to you? Next we have exercise 3.2. The first question is find x in the following figures. Here again we have been given a triangle and 3 exterior angles. This one is the first exterior angle, this again is exterior angle, and this again is the exterior angle. So, we will again use the property that the sum of the measures of the exterior angles is 360 degree. Let us write it here. Sum of the exterior angles is equal to 360 degree. Let us now add the three angles, 125 degree plus 125 degree plus x degree is equal to 360 degrees. Add up the two, you will get it 250 degrees plus x equal to 360 degree. This will give us x equal to 360 degrees minus 250 degree, which is equal to how much? 6 minus 5 is 1 and 3 minus 2 is again 1, 110 degrees. So, this is the value of x which was asked. It is equal to 110 degrees. Clear to you? Then we have one more figure with us. This one, again we are having some exterior angles. This is the first one. This is the second one which is unknown to us. First we will have to find out this angle and then only we will be able to find this x. This is the third exterior angle. This one again is a small square there, which means it is measuring 90 degrees. So, we write here 90 degrees. Similarly, we have one small square here which shows it is an angle of 90 degree, and again this is equal to 70 degree. So, in all there are 5 exterior angles, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have been knowing these 3 angles and these 2 are unknown to us. So, first of all, with the help of this 90 degree, we will find out this angle and then we will find out x. So, how can we find this angle? Clearly these 2 angles, let us name it y. First we will find out y and then we will find x. To find out y, we will use the property of linear pair. This 90 degree and this y, they both are making a linear pair. Angles formed on a straight line at one point, they are called linear pair. Okay. So, their sum will be 180 degree. What we write here is y plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. Give the reason, linear pair. This will give us y equal to 180 minus 90, which is again 90 degrees. So, this y is nothing but equal to 90 degree. Now, we have 4 exterior angles out of the 5 and now we can easily find out x by using the property that the sum of the exterior angles is equal to 360 degrees. Let us write all the numbers now. Start with 90 degree, this 90 degree we are starting, then 60 degree, then again 90 degree, then we have 70 degree plus x equal to 360 degrees. Add up all these 4, what we will get? 9 and 6, it is 15, 150 degree, and 9 and 7 is 16, 160 degree plus x equal to 360 degrees. Again add both of these, you will get 310 degree plus x equal to 360 degrees. This will give us x equal to 360 degree minus 310 and this is equal to 50 degree. So, clearly x is equal to 50 degree and this was asked. This is the answer. Clear to you? Next we have question number 2 which says find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. Now we have to find the measure of each exterior angle. So we will apply its formula which says measure of each exterior angle is equal to, yes, can you tell me the formula? By this time you must have learnt it. Yes, 360 degree upon n, where n is the number of sides. So, we get the answer to be equal to 360 degree upon 9 because the number of sides here is 9. Clearly 9 4s are 36 and then we have 0, 40 degree. So, each exterior angle is equal to 40 degree. So, we can write the final answer. Therefore, measure of each exterior angle is 40 degrees. This is the answer. We have one more part for this. If the sides are 15, then what will be the measure of each exterior angle? Again we write the formula, measure of each exterior angle is equal to 360 degree upon n, and here it will be equal to 360 degree upon 15. The sides are 15 here. They both are divisible by 5. Let us cut by the 5. 5 sevens are 35. 1 will be left. 1 and 0 10. 5 twos are 10. Then 5 threes are 15. Divide both these numbers, you will get 3 twos are 6. 1 and 2 3. 4s are 12. So, each angle will be of 24 degree. Dividing 72 by 3, we get 24. So, we can say measure of each exterior angle is 24 degree. Clear to you? Then we have question number 3 with us. How many sides does a regular polygon have if the measure of an exterior angle is 24 degree? Now we have been asked number of sides, and measure of each exterior angle has been given. We know the formula is number of sides is equal to 360 degree upon measure of each exterior angle. This is the formula that we have already learnt just now in our previous slide. So, clearly this will be equal to 360 degree upon 24 degree, because the measure of each exterior angle has been given equal to 24 degrees. Let us now divide both of them. They both are divisible by 12. Let us apply it. 12 threes are 36 and 0, and 12 twos are 24. Now easily we can divide 30 by 2, it will give us 15. So, the number of sides is 15. It is just the reverse question of the previous one. Next we have, how many sides does a regular polygon have if each of its interior angles is 165 degree? Now we have been given measure of each interior angle equal to 165 degree, and we have to find out the number of sides. How many sides means the number of sides. Here we will use the formula for each interior angle because it is given in this question. So, first we assume the number of sides to be n, a variable n. Let us write it. Let the number of sides be n. Then measure of each interior angle is equal to, can you recall that formula? Yes, it was n minus 2 into 180 degree upon n, and this is equal to 165 degree as per the question. This is the measure of each interior angle, and this has been given equal to 165 degree. So, they both will be equal. Now, we will solve it. This n is in denominator and it will move on in multiplication on going to the RHS. So, we can write n minus 2 into 180 degree is equal to 165 degree n. This n has been sent to the RHS in multiplication. Now, this 180 degree will be multiplied to n as well as to this 2. So, we will get 180 n minus 180 into 2 is 360 equal to 165 n. Now, we have two terms with the variable n. We will keep them together on the LHS and take this constant 360 to the RHS. We have 180n here. This 165 is a positive number here. No minus is visible here, so it is a positive number, and on transposing to the LHS it will become minus 165n, and this 360 which is minus in the LHS will become plus 360 in the RHS, and no need to write plus here because it is a single term and starting the RHS. So, we have this one. Now, we will solve these two, subtract the 2, you will get it to be equal to 15n equal to 360, and this will give us n equal to 360 upon 15, and this is equal to 24, which we had solved a short while ago. So, the number of sides is 24 in this case. Clear to you? Then we have another question which says, is it possible to have a regular polygon with measure of each exterior angle as 22 degrees? So, here the question is it possible to have such a polygon in which measure of each exterior angle is 22 degrees? So, first of all, let us assume the number of sides to be n. Okay. Let the number of sides be n. Now, here the measure of each exterior angle has been given. So, we will start with its formula. Measure of each exterior angle is equal to, can you recall it? Yes, 360 degree upon n. Yes, 360 degree upon n, and this has been given equal to 22 degrees. From this, let us calculate the value of n. What will we do? Let us rewrite it here. This n and 22, they both will be interchanged. This n will go upwards in the RHS and this 22 will come down in the denominator in division part. So, we will get 360 degree upon 22 degree equal to n. Now, let us divide this 360 by 22 first. 360 is in the center and then we have 22. 22 2s will be 44, which will be greater. So, we will take 1s are 22, 6 minus 2 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, 140. Then we have 6 2s are 12, 1 carried, 6 2s are 12 and 13. We have 8 as the remainder. So, what we are getting is 16 8 by 22. This n is getting 16 8 by 22, which is not a whole number here. Think of n. What is it? It is the number of sides of a polygon, and the number of sides of a polygon cannot be in fractions. This n is coming out to be in fraction and the sides cannot be in fractions. It should be a whole number. Either it will be 16 sides or it will be 17 sides. You cannot have a number in between 16 and 17 in this case. So, since the number n, since n is not a whole number, therefore, such a polygon is not possible. Such a regular polygon is not possible. Clear to you? If it would have come out to be 16 or say 17, then we could have said that this type of polygon is possible. But because it is not a complete whole number, therefore, such a polygon is not possible. Then we have, can it be an interior angle of a regular polygon? Now we have seen that 22 degrees cannot be an exterior angle of the polygon. So can it be the interior angle? Let us check it also. Measure of each interior angle is n minus 2 into 180 degree upon n, and this interior angle, let us take it to be first 22 degrees. Now again, if the value of n will be coming out to be a whole number, then it is possible that the interior angle is 22 degrees. Otherwise, if it is not a whole number, then again such a polygon cannot be formed. Let us solve this now. N minus 2 into 180 degree, and this n will go in the RHS and get multiplied by 22. Again 180 will be multiplied by n, so it will give us 180n, and multiply by 2, it will give us 360 equal to 22n. Again interchange these two terms, because we will take the terms with n on one side and the constant on the RHS. Subtract the 2, 10 minus 2 is 8, then 7 minus 2 is 5, and 158n is equal to 360. This will give us n equal to 360 upon 158. Again let us divide this 360 by 158. What we will get is, take the multiple of 2, 2 5s are 10 and 1, let us multiply by 2, 2 8s are 16, 1 carried, 2 5s are 10 and 1 11, 2 1s are 2 and 3, okay. 10 minus 6 is 4, then 5 minus 1 is again 4. Now we will have to take a point, or we can say again it is 244 by 158. Again it is not coming out to be a whole number. The answer is in fractions. So we can say that 360 degree is not a perfect multiple of 158. We write the answer as since. This is the symbol for since. Since n is not a whole number, we write it here. Therefore, such a polygon, such a regular polygon with each interior angle as 22 degrees is not possible. Clear to you? I hope it is very much clear. Then we have question number 6. What is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon and why? Now we all know that for a figure to be a polygon, we need at least 3 line segments. This means that the minimum possible number of sides for a regular polygon is 3, and then we will get a triangle, regular triangle, which is called an equilateral triangle. Let us first write it. The minimum possible number of sides for a regular polygon is 3, because if we take 2 line segments, then we cannot have a closed figure, and therefore then it won't be a polygon. For forming a polygon, we need at least 3 line segments, or we can say the number of sides, minimum number of sides will be 3. This will be an equilateral triangle. we can easily draw one equilateral triangle. So, what do you know about the interior angle of an equilateral triangle? It is 60 degrees. Each angle is of 60 degree. This one also, this one also, and this one also. So, we can say that the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon is 60 degrees. This implies the minimum possible angle for a regular polygon is 60 degrees. Okay. Then we have what is the maximum exterior angle possible for a regular polygon. Again, let us take that equilateral triangle and draw it. Then we know that the minimum interior angle is 60 degree and the maximum exterior angle will be this one, because they both are forming a linear pair. It is 60 degree and it will be 180 minus 60 equal to 120 degree. So, we can say that in case of equilateral triangle, the minimum possible interior angle forms a linear pair with maximum possible exterior angle, and it will be equal to 180 minus 60 equal to 120 degrees. So, this is the maximum possible exterior angle for a regular polygon. Is it clear to you? With this, your exercise 3.2 is complete. In our next segment, we will be taking up different types of quadrilaterals. Till then, practice this exercise once again and try to make up your own questions. Thank you.